watch over the council and our constituents that come here, that we have an open-minded and fair meeting. I ask that you would give our United States government and city officials and state officials wise counsel during this time of war. We ask that you bless the hands that prepared our dockets today with great, thank you for letting them get this docket together. I ask that you would bless this council, that we make great decisions in Christ's name. I pray, amen. Sorry.
Please join us as we honor the flag of this great nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Could I have the roll call, please?
Chairman Vos.
Here.
Vice Chair Harvey.
Present.
Commissioner Cook, absent. Commissioner Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Paris. Present. Commissioner Tufts.
Here.
We have a quorum. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, how long has it been since we've met in person? I recognize everybody. Some have less hair, some have more.
Definitely have less hair.
I definitely do. Well, welcome back, folks, and we're glad to be conducting our meeting in person at long last. So we're not broadcasting live tonight, I understand, because of technical difficulties, right?
No, we are broadcasting live. However, we are not on Zoom, so callers are not able to join in via Zoom.
I misunderstood what you told me. Must be because my hair's falling out, I guess, or something. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. We are live then. Matter of fact, there you are. Oh, no, that's me.
It's you.
There you are. Okay, here's our group. You all look pretty good, too. All right. So, public business from the floor. Any person who would like to address the Planning Commission on any agendized item is requested to complete a speaker's card for the recording secretary, identifying the agenda item that you'd like to discuss. Each person will be given an opportunity to address the Planning Commission at the time the item is discussed by the Commission. Speaker cards are at the rear of the chamber. All right. So the first action item on our agenda is the approval of the regular meeting minutes of February 28, 2022. May I have a motion, please?
I move to approve minutes for the regular meeting February 28, 2022. Is this on?
Nope, was not. There you go.
I move to approve the minutes from the regular meeting of February 28, 2022.
Thank you.
A second.
Thank you. Anything further? Please vote. Oh, okay.
Please vote now.
Now we can vote. Five-0. All right, thank you. All right. Next items are new public hearings. The first item is a new public hearing on vesting tentative tract map number 61817. The applicant is Pacific Communities. Hold on a second here. We've received and filed what's known as a uncontested letter from the applicant indicating that they approve, or they will agree to all the conditions of approval as proposed by staff. who's presenting on this? Ms. Campana?
That will be me.
Please go ahead. Thank you.
Good evening, Chairman Vos and members of the Planning Commission. This item before you is vesting tentative tract map number 61817. The subdivision, the proposed project is located at the northeast corner of Avenue H8 and 15th Street East. The proposed project is for the subdivision of 150 single-family lots in the R7000 zone. The lots would range from 7,083 square feet to 15,614 square feet. The streets within the subdivision will be private. The proposed map will be consistent with the general plan and the Lancaster Municipal Code. Therefore, staff recommends that Planning Commission adopt resolution number 2208, approving vesting tentative tract map number 61817 to allow for the subdivision of 38 gross acres into 150 single-family residential lots in the R7000 zone, located at the northeast corner of Avenue H8 and 15th Street West, and adopting a mitigated negative declaration. That concludes staff's presentation. Staff and the applicant are here for any questions.
All right, thank you. Actually visited the site over the weekend. It's partially developed in H8, I believe, isn't it? There are some sections of curb.
That's correct. It was previously graded, and there's some improvements already done.
Storm drains in parts and pieces.
That's correct.
Some lighting.
Yeah, it was an unfinished tract.
The streets fronting H8 are full of trash and junk. That's the right place, right?
That's correct.
Good. Well, I'm glad Pacific Communities has a tract map there, assuming we approve it, and we'll clean up that part of the neighborhood. It'll be very nice. Anyone have any questions or comments regarding the project? No? None? All right, then. Do we have any public speakers on this item?
No speakers on this item, Chairman?
None? All right, thank you. All right, then, it's appropriate to close the public hearing without objection and consider a motion.
I move to adopt resolution number 22-08.
Approving the vesting tract map number 61817, right?
Do we need, I thought we decided we didn't need to finish.
Yeah.
But if you'd like us to do that, though, I will make sure to do
No,
it.
that's all right. We got it. Thank you. All right, do we have a second, please?
I will second the motion.
Thank you. All right, anything further? Please vote. Thank you. Passes 5-0 with Ms. Cook absent. Okay, next item is also a public hearing. So the public hearing on conditional use permit number 20-11 is open. The applicant is Mr. Razzo, I believe. Ms. Swain, are you presenting on this?
I am.
All right. Please proceed.
Okay. Chairman Vos and members of the commission, before you tonight is conditional use permit number 2011 for the construction of two 39,000 square foot buildings for auto repair. Auto repair facilities are a permitted use within the commercial zones. However, any auto repair facility or tire facility that is within 300 feet of residentially zoned property requires a conditional use permit. The project site is approximately 1/2 acre and is located on the northeast corner of Avenue J5 and Division Street, just north of the Korean Church. The proposed project would have two concrete tilt-up buildings located along the northern and southern property lines and within the build-to lines along Division Street. A driveway from Division Street would provide access to the parking lot with a total of 12 parking spaces. Landscaping would be provided along the eastern property line and the Division Street frontage. All auto repair activities would occur within the buildings in accordance with the city's municipal code. The development would be in compliance with the city's general plan and the city's design guidelines. Staff recommends that the commission adopt Resolution 2209, approving conditional use permit 2011. I'm available for any questions you may have.
Thank you. Members, do you have any questions, comments? All right, thank you. Do we have any speakers on this? Applicant, possibly? We didn't receive a uncontested letter on this, however, that isn't necessary. Do we have any speakers?
We don't have any speakers on this matter, Chairman. And you
Okay.
are correct, we did not receive
Pardon?
an uncontested letter.
All right, okay. All right. If there's nothing further from anyone and no speakers, it's appropriate to close the public hearing and consider a motion on this item.
I move to adopt Resolution 22-09, approving conditional use permit number 20-11.
Thank you.
I will second.
Thank you. All right, then. It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion before we vote? All right, please vote. Motion passes 5-0 with Commissioner Cook absent. Oh, good luck on your new project, whomever you are and wherever you are. Oh, there you are. Okay. Good luck. All right, then. The next item is tentative tract map number 78213, which is an extension request for conditional use permit number 17-27. The applicant is AV Engineering. Actually, it's the city of Lancaster. So, without objection, this item's open. We've seen this item before many times.
We have. This will be the third time you've seen it.
Tell us a story.
So Chairman Vos and Commissioner.
Can we give me just 1 second? I'd like to recuse myself as I am part of the Housing Authority, so therefore I am the applicant. So if you can give me 1 moment, I'll go out the back door.
You don't have to run. You can walk. You can walk. All right, we still have a quorum, however, right? Okay, good.
Chairman Vos and Commissioners, tentative tract map 78213 and conditional use permit number 17-27 were approved on May 14th, 2018 for a residential plan development of 167 single-family residential lots and 7 open space lots at the northeast corner of Division Street and Avenue I. On June 15th, 2020, the Planning Commission granted a 2-year extension to the map and CUP. The applicant is requesting the final 1-year extension to finish working on the final map and improvement plans. Staff recommends that the commission approve Resolution 22-10, granting a 1-year extension to tentative tract map 78213 and conditional use permit number 17-27.
All right, thank you. Members, do you have any questions or comments? No? All right, do we have any speakers on this item?
No speakers on this item.
Well, gee whiz, this is the first time we've got together and gosh knows when, and nobody wants to talk to us. You get a complex this way.
We'll change that as the year goes on.
You're talking to us, yeah.
Yes.
We feel better. Thank you. All right, then. If there's nothing further, then we'll close the public hearing without objection and consider a motion.
I'll move forward the motion to adopt resolution number 22-10, granting a 1-year extension until May 14th, 2023 for tentative tract map number 78213 and conditional use permit number 17-27.
Thank you.
I second.
Thank you. All right, then. If there's nothing further, please vote. Motion passes 4. 1 absent, Ms. Cook, 1 recused, Vice Chair Harvey. All right then, we'll wait for Ms. Harvey to return. All right. So the next item is public comment on tentative tract map 83232, draft focused environmental impact report.
We have somebody in the back.
Pardon?
We have somebody in the back that's raising their hand.
Yeah, dandy, they can raise their hand all they want. If they want to fill out a speaker card, we'll be happy to speak to them, whomever they are. I can't see that far. If you'd like to speak to us, please fill out a speaker card and you'll have your opportunity. Okay? Great. So the item before us is the focused environmental impact report. It's a public hearing for public comment. So, Ms. Campana, are you presenting on this?
Yes, so.
All right, thank you.
This is just an opportunity for the public to provide oral comment for the draft focus DAR. This is for tentative tract map 83232. The project location is at the northwest corner of 60th Street West and Avenue K12. It's for a subdivision of 86 single-family lots, and the review period for the focus DAR was started February 25th and ends on April 11th. So this just gives the public and the community the chance to speak on the item.
Say the location again, please.
Northwest corner of 60th Street West and Avenue K12.
All right, thank you. So, do we have any speakers?
We do not have any speaker cards or any speakers on the item.
I'm going to get a complex here before this is over with. Somebody wants to talk to us, I'm sure. All right, then. This is the public comment period. The commission actually does not give input on this. It's just the public. So, one more chance. Anybody want to talk to us about it?
Sir, if you want to speak on it, you got to fill out a speaker card. That's the only way we can do it.
We'll wait for you. Sorry, sir, I can't hear you. Did you want to fill out a speaker card and address us?
Oh, yeah. He's good.
Okay, thank you. All right, this item is then completed. Ms. De La Cruz?
Yes, give me 1 second to pull up the presentation. All righty. You should also have a copy of the presentation in front of you so that it is easily legible and you have the information at your fingertips. The item before you is an update related to the city's current and future housing stock. The presentation will include all residential development in the city, along with the status and location of these developments. And this is a request from Chairman Vos a couple of meetings ago to give an update to the commission on where we are with respect to housing. With regards to approved residential tract maps under construction, there are currently 5 locations throughout the city. This chart here shows those locations. I won't go into detail and read each one of them in the interest of time, and because there is a copy with the specified information before you. This particular report is also available online to the general public, and the presentation will also be made available online. But in total, there are approximately 344 lots that will be part of these developments that are currently under construction right now. This next slide here provides the tracts that are undergoing a grading review. There are 6 tracts with a total of 203 lots. The difference between this slide and the last slide is that this is grading only. The previous slide that you just saw shows those sites that currently have building permits and sticks on the ground, if you will. For this particular slide here, this is grading only. You won't see any sticks on the ground. This is only moving of dirt.
So the process would be once the grading is completed and bought off by the inspectors, then the next step would be building permits should they choose to proceed.
That is correct. The applicant would some of these are either undergoing a building review or will soon be in the building permit review process.
Yeah, it's not likely someone would go out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars grading property and not build on it.
For the most part, that is true.
Thank you.
This slide here shows approved tracts where development has been partially constructed and there are remaining tracts or remaining phases. Once built out, there would be approximately 482 lots. And you'll see in the distinction in the columns, you're able to tell how many homes were already built and how many lots are remaining on that particular site. So there's a breakdown of each of these lots with those number of units that are remaining, with a total of 482. There are 6 approved tracts with model homes under review for a total of 698 lots. These are tracts where previously the Architecture and Design Commission was reviewing the models, so projects like Richmond American, D.R. Horton, KB, they would submit their design architectural package to the city, and the city would review it and make sure that they're in compliance with design guidelines. That's what these tracts here are showing. This next slide is multifamily. There are 4 sites with approved projects. The majority of these are under construction currently, with the exception of Site Plan Review 20-04, which is a townhome community being built by Williams Homes. That is the only one on this slide that is not under construction. This is at the southeast corner of Avenue I and 20th Street West for a total of 578 units.
We had hearings on that recently, and the reason that that's not proceeding currently is because?
This one did not, in fact, have hearing. This was a by right development. The site you are mentioning, Chairman, was on the west side of 20th Street.
Oh,
This is on the east side of 20th Street.
Oh, all right. That's okay. The east. This is the east side.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Approved multifamily, pending plan checks. This is the slide showing southwest corner of Avenue I and Sierra and southwest corner of 20th Street West and Avenue I. This is the site that you're referencing, Chairman.
Right.
This is currently undergoing the plan check submittal process for a total of 506 units. Multifamily under review, we have 1 for a property at the northeast corner of 20th Street East and Avenue I for 97 affordable units. The list here is showing approved and non-recorded maps. As you can see here, there's a total of about 4,565 lots. This includes projects like Avanti North, Avanti South, some of those larger master plans that the Commission approved several years ago. These are maps that have just been entitled and are not recorded. So this also includes recent projects that were approved by the Planning Commission. This lovely slide here is residential tracts currently under review. There are 20 maps currently under review by planning staff. These are awaiting the completion process, the CEQA process, and ultimately the public hearing process. As you can see, this is an extensive list. And again, this is always a perfect opportunity to thank the mighty, mighty planning staff. As you all know, it is very small, but mighty.
And very nice, too.
And very nice. Thank you for that. And lastly, this is miscellaneous housing projects. There are currently 18 construction home projects. This is privately owned homes. This is just small families, you know, the average person that is building on their lot custom homes. We also have 35 ADUs under construction being built by owners and 73 ADUs related to one of the maps. One of the maps, or a couple of the maps that have previously been approved, are also incorporating accessory dwelling units as part of their site. That is the reference shown here. But there's still quite a bit moving. That completes my presentation. As the commission just saw, there is quite a bit happening. There is a lot of housing in the pipeline.
Yes, there is, yeah.
And it is not slowing down from what we've heard. There are still at least a handful of additional sites that are not on this list that we know of that will slowly make their way into the application process. But that is all I have for this evening. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to put this together for us and also to inform the community that we are growing and there's actually development growing out of the ground. Interesting on the ADUs, the 35 by owner, those are used by right. Right?
Correct.
They do have to go through plan check, but there's no public hearing or anything. It's a use that any property owner can do.
Any property owner in any residential lot can have an accessory dwelling unit, a junior accessory dwelling unit. They may convert their garage into an accessory dwelling unit, and that is all by right. No additional public hearings, no discretionary action.
Any applications yet on, or not applications, actually, well, I guess it would be an application of residential lots being subdivided in half?
Not yet. However, we have received multiple inquiries. Staff is working on putting together a checklist to facilitate the process, but no application submitted just yet.
Now, that's under SB 9?
Correct.
And those would not be public hearings necessarily, would they?
Correct.
Those are also a use by right in effect, right?
Yes.
However, they must conform to some standard.
That is correct. We are currently, as part of the implementation of our housing element, we are putting together objective development standards that will further provide objective standards on SB 9 lot splits and design. That is underway. We're hoping summer, fall to bring that back to the commission for further review on changes to our zoning code that would identify those objective standards.
So you're going to fit that in with the 40 tract map applications you're currently working on, as well as all the other applications and other over-the-counter daily issues, huh?
That is correct.
What we didn't talk
The
about
commission saw about 25% of our workload just now.
What we didn't talk about was the commercial industrial opportunities as well that's going on in the community, and I hate to burden you with that, but I think it would be important to understand what's going on in that arena. And also, you and I have had conversations about this, as well as Ms. Swain, relative to the impacts of the Western Joshua Tree potential limitations on development within any and all of these types of projects, whether they be residential, commercial, industrial, or single-family dwellings for that matter.
Right.
So they might even impact the use by right of subdividing a lot.
That is correct. Jocelyn and myself have had conversations with the state, with CDFW staff, and had some questions related to that. Interestingly enough, they're still trying to figure it out on their end, and what to do with a lot of these housing legislation that's by right, where you do have potentially protected species. Just a quick note on that, we are actively monitoring the status of the Joshua tree, which is a candidate species currently, so it's not officially listed, but it's making its way. We anticipate that there would be a final decision in June, so we should know, depending on the timing for that, most likely July, we'll have an update for the commission on where that stands officially. So we'll make sure to bring back an update on that matter, and we would gladly put together an overview of commercial and industrial projects. We have some information readily available that we can share, so it wouldn't be an added burden, if you will.
Yeah, it's interesting, at least for my share relative to the business that I'm involved in, and the impact of those Joshua trees on the western Joshua tree impacts on developable sites, or what we thought was developable sites, are now, for all intents and purposes, not developable because of the unknown time and cost it would be to potentially mitigate Joshua trees. I know in my case, it has impacted the ability to develop some industrial sites in the community. And my suspicion is it's impacting others as well, who may be interested in expanding what they're doing, and bringing more jobs to our community. And it's a real issue, and I really don't know how to get my arms around it other than what you're saying. We're monitoring it. The Joshua tree is in a stage where it's likely to become a protected species, which means then it falls in the category of oak trees and burrowing owls and can't remember the name of the lizard, Swinson hawks, and on and on and on, this laundry list of bugs and bunnies, right? What's the name of that lizard?
Commissioner Moore remembered it's the legless lizard, which is not a snake, apparently.
Yeah, no, it's not. It has
I
little.
thought it was Lizzie the lizard.
Yeah.
That's the one I've got lizards at my house, and they have names. Legless, thank you, King. That was
Good job.
good. How can a lizard not have legs? But anyway, what do I know? Anyways, I think we've got to figure out a way to become proactive and get involved with trying to understand and possibly spending some time and real money on coming up with an opportunity for the city to either potentially land bank Joshua trees for mitigation purposes. So much the same as what the city did in the past, securing water rights, those kinds of things. Otherwise, we're going to be hitting a brick wall, or in effect, we already have.
And we are, Chairman Vos, we are exploring some of those opportunities for mitigation banks, and we are looking at alternative resources and opportunities to get ahead of it instead of waiting until the 11th hour and getting hit with the legislation or whatever it is that comes out of it. But we are planning ahead, and we're, again, monitoring and as well making the plan for that as well.
All right. Well, California Department of Fish and Wildlife is our friend, so, right?
Actually, on this one, we've had some really good conversations with them, and they have tried to be helpful. It's something they can't quite grasp their arms around. And for things that are by right for us, a take permit is not a by right decision for CDFW. So it does require a CEQA document.
Yeah, it's contradictory to what the state legislations have recently passed, and in effect forcing jurisdictions like ours to overlay use by right on most residential development projects, right? Taking the discretion out of this body and allowing the home owner, if in effect, or the ultimate homeowner, the right to develop without much oversight, little or any. So, the way of the world. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Any further questions or comments from the members on this item? None? All right, thank you. So, under the commission agenda, do we have, anyone have anything they wish to bring up or add to a future agenda? Nope? All right, thank you. So now it comes time for public comment from the floor. The portion of the agenda now allows an individual the opportunity to address the commission on any subject regarding city business. Under state legislation, no action can be taken on non-agenda items. Members of the public should be aware of this when they address the commission regarding items not specifically referenced on the agenda. If you want to fill out a speaker's card, you're limited to 3 minutes. So, do we have any public comments from the floor on non-agendized items? None? Okay. All right then.
Chairman, I do believe the gentleman is raising his hand. Did you want to come up, sir? You can bring that to me.
Hello, if you want to give your card there. Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Good evening.
How are you doing today?
We're fine.
That's good. Just a quick.
What's your name, sir?
Raul.
Raul?
Raul.
Raul. Welcome,
Yeah.
Raul.
Thank you. I just had a question about the housing project that's going on Avenue I and 5th Street. So what is that? Like, what is the project supposed to be? Is it like normal housing, apartments, Section 8 housing? Or like, because I'm one of the homeowners in the area, so I just wanted to ask, like, what was the project going to be?
Well, our staff members will be able to answer your question, I believe.
Can you provide the location, sir?
Avenue I and 5th Street, right there where the old fairgrounds used to be. You guys said it was a big, like, housing project, like 160, I think, units, you said?
Yeah, so that's actually it's a single-family residential subdivision at the northeast corner of Division and Avenue I. The gentleman that you were talking to in the lobby, Chris Ani, is the project manager for it.
Okay.
And give him a call, and he can walk you through everything that they're planning to do there, but they're single-family homes.
Okay. I just wanted to ask about that.
If you wanted to leave your email, we can have him contact you.
Okay.
We can take care of that for you.
Yeah, hold on,
Great.
my leg just fell asleep.
All right, thank you, Raul.
Okay, thank you.
All right, anything, do we have any other speakers? Nope?
No other speakers.
Okay, very good. All right, then, we'll stand adjourned to our special meeting on April 11th, 2022 at 4:30 p.m. here in these chambers. Thanks very much. Appreciate your work tonight, ladies.